My name is Eddie Farrell. I grew up on the Gold Coast in Australia. I started boxing with my father at a young age. I wasn't disciplined back then. I didn't really want it. I was more getting pushed into it through my mum and my dad. I wasn't ready. I was drinking. I was young. I wasn't ready for it. When I got a little bit older by myself, and when I met my girlfriend Brooke, we stopped drinking alcohol, stopped partying, and we wanted to focus and a goal. So we started training Muay Thai and kickboxing. When we moved to Darwin in the Northern Territory, and I took up a security job in the pubs and clubs up there. I worked that for 7 years, but when we first moved there, I met my new friends. They were into the gym, they were into kickboxing. They were a good influence and role models around me. So I started training kickboxing, boxing and Muay Thai for about 7 years and working security, and that gave me the goal and the drive and the good influence around me to take up martial arts full-time and to make it my new goal in life. After having a few fights, we were thinking about Thailand. We heard about the home country, the motherland of Muay Thai in Thailand. So we were thinking we need to go there, we need to live there, we need to soak up all of this experience and skill, and that's the best we can be in Thailand. Yeah, what we expected of Thailand was the fighter's dream, which it is, but it has its ups and downs a lot. We decided to make the trip to Thailand, so we first went on a holiday to Koh Samui. It was beautiful, paradise. We started training there, and yeah, we were hooked on just the training style is so different compared to Australia. You have your own trainer. There's about 10 to 15 trainers in there with about 30 students, so you have your own trainer each class, each session. So we went there for a week, and it wasn't long enough, and we knew that that's what we had to do. That's where we were going to get the best growth. That's where we were going to learn. You know, it's like a time chamber there. Training in Thailand, 1 week was equal to 1 month. 1 month is equal to 3 to 6 months. 6 months is equal to 5 years. We knew that's what we wanted to do. That was the goal. That was the focus. We had a small business. We sold the business. We had a car. We sold the car. We had furniture, TV. We sold it all. We had 2 dogs, and we brought them over to Thailand with us. So we sold our stuff, we took our dogs with us, I took my wife with us, and that's where it started in Thailand. So when we moved to Thailand the first time, we moved to a place called Pai near Chiang Mai, and we love that place still. And it was the cheapest place in Thailand for us to live. Rent for a house was about, I think we were paying 3,500 baht a month, which is about 120 Australian dollars. And yeah, we loved it there, but it was just a little shack, no hot water, yeah, no Wi-Fi, and it had holes in the roof, and there were spiders dropping on Brooke at night, and it was an awesome place, but it was a bit too ghetto. So we stayed there for, I think, 4 months, and yeah, we loved it. And Brooke had her first fight in Chiang Mai, and I think she got paid 2,000 baht for a fight, which is like nothing. It's like $80, and it was a great experience. Chiang Mai is the hub of female Muay Thai in the world. I think it has the best and most active Thai women to fight, and they're the best in the world compared to the foreigners. So it's great to get experience there, but there's just no money. I don't even fight there because I don't want to fight for 2,000 baht. Anyway, we moved to Koh Samui where we went on holidays, and we love Koh Samui, but it's just the cost of living just flips. And I think we were sponsored as a gym there, and it was a great gym with support, but it was luckily it was half foreign owned, half Thai owned, but it was still pretty harsh with that. When you're sponsored at a gym, you feel like you're owned a little bit. You feel like you can't say no. So you might fight, and then 2 days later, they'll say, "Oh, we have fight for you." I remember I fought one time in a stadium there for 6,000 baht, and as soon as I got out of the ring, they were making me shake hands and size up with some Thai in the crowd that they wanted me to fight, and that's pretty normal. That's just the way it is in Thailand. Yeah, my first, I think, 10 fights or something, like they don't check weight. They get the fighters in, they feel your arms, feel your legs, like have a look at the size difference and say, yes, okay, can fight. Yeah, so you pretty much sit out the back, or you come in the day before. They feel your arms, feel your legs, see the height, have a look at the weight difference and say, okay, good. And a lot of the time in Thailand, they do catch weights with experience and weight. So I came there and I had like 10 fights, and my opponents had, I don't know, who knows, 100, 200 fights. I fought guys with 300 fights. So sometimes they go by weight. They have a catch weight. They let experience have a smaller weight, and the bigger flung have a lower weight and let it battle out. But I haven't been doing that for, I think, 15 fights, maybe more. I'd rather do check weight, so I know myself, I feel like it's an even fight. It's a bigger show, it's a lot more money, it's a bigger challenge. Oh, but those check weight fights, those no check weight fights in Koh Samui, they have them everywhere, Bangkok, Chiang Mai. Sometimes you fight just someone 10 kilos heavier than you. Brooke fought a girl from Hong Kong once, and Brooke was around 59 kilos just walking around when she checks weight at 54, and she fought a really good MMA fighter and kickboxer that was 70 kilos, and it was a fun fight, good experiences, but I just think it's better to do it properly, check weight, have an even fight, get paid more exposure, train harder, mentally get ready. I've been fighting in Thailand. I think I've had around about 30 fights in Thailand. Oh, no, 30 fights since being in Thailand. Yeah, I think I had my first 6 to 10 fights just locally, and then I started picking up a couple of bigger fights on TV, the 3-rounders, and I prefer to fight 3-rounders. It's more action, straight into it, less because you have stadium style Muay Thai, which is beautiful and traditional, and then you have the 3-round TV Muay Thai for action, and I think it's what's been getting the views on TV, and it's more popular because a lot of people don't understand Muay Thai. But since being in Thailand, I've fought in Russia, I've fought in China, I've fought in Hong Kong, I've fought in Myanmar. In Myanmar, it's called Lethway. It's Muay Thai with headbutts, no gloves, and pretty much the same, 5 rounds, but if the fight goes to 5 rounds, it's classified a draw, traditionally the rules are, and I've fought that twice. Muay Thai for us is, it's a love-hate relationship, more love, like I keep my mindset, I enjoy every day, I try and enjoy the grind, I enjoy training, being tired. Times suck and pressure gets high, but if I didn't have that, I guess you'd be very lost without it, or you have to replace it, and I just don't know what I'd replace such a big time gap with. It's my work, it's my life. Yeah, I spend like 3 hours in the gym in the morning, 2 to 3 in the afternoon. It's pretty much just a routine now, and I love it. I've been doing it in Thailand now for 4 years, and back home a couple of years. Like Muay Thai here, it gives us opportunity to travel the world, see many places, meet so many people, so many good people. Most people are so humble in the Muay Thai community. Everyone comes together because I think it all goes back to like the ways and how traditional Thailand is, and just I think a lot of people have had their first couple of fights, or when they do have fights in Thailand, they feel how not intimidating it is compared to boxing and MMA and even kickboxing. It's just a different sport, but it gives a lot of opportunity to the poor kids and people that have nothing to build a name for themselves, make money for their family. and have an opportunity, pay for their own schooling or college, and they can fight and then pay for their future. Like one of my friends, he's a really good fighter. He's a Thai fighter, and I think he had 3 or 4 brothers, and the father and mother said when they were young, you choose Ladyboy or you choose Muay Thai. And actually, I think 3 out of the 4 brothers chose to be a Ladyboy, and he chose to do Muay Thai. And the way he told me he was growing up, it was just like a jail, and he couldn't leave, and he liked it, it was okay, but he told me, I wish I was Ladyboy, because his brothers were making heaps of money, and it seemed like an easier life for them doing that, but it's not. He said like one of his brothers killed himself, just the way of life. It's obviously not going to be easy doing that shit. So apart from that, but yeah, it does give you opportunity in living in Thailand as coming from poor communities. It gives the Thais the opportunity to travel too across the world. I think it's nearly impossible for a Thai to get a passport and travel without Muay Thai or without being a celebrity. A lot of people plan to come to Thailand. A lot of foreigners do come to Thailand for Muay Thai, and they all have big dreams and big hopes, like everyone. Each fighter has a hope to be a champion and to do the best that they can, but it's to really just stick it out. And once you get here, the life isn't what you think it is so much. It is beautiful, it is awesome, but it has massive lows. And a lot of people go home, they can't withstand the training of double sessions a day. If you're sponsored, you can't say no to fights, you can't say no to not being there. So it is hard, but you can do it, you know. And then the grind is real, the journey's real. For Muay Thai, for me, it's literally like a drug. I can't be without it. We love it. Everyone comes here to fight. Everyone comes here. They all have the dreams of being a champion or fighting that big fight and winning and building a name for themselves and being proud. For me, anyway, it's what gets me up in the morning is knowing that I have to get up earlier than my opponent. I have to train. I have to kick harder than my opponent. I have to clinch longer, because if I don't have that in my head, I'll become lazy, and I know at that high level that he's doing that. So if I'm gonna go into a fight, if I'm gonna do something, why not give it my all, you know? Since being here in Hua Hin and at Sitjepo, my level's just gone up, just with the passion with the trainers, the relationships we can have together. Even though there's not much around us, like it's just mats and old bags, but there's just passion there. There's just friendship, a bond, and that gives me drive to impress my trainer, impress my wife, to have pride with myself when I have kids, what my kids think of me, what my dad thinks of me. My next fight's with my dad's going to be there, and it's just giving me so much motivation to be proud and to show him, to show myself what I can do, you know. And I take the pressure away from winning so much. Winning and losing is just about training hard, doing my best, you know. And by doing my best and removing that pressure a little bit and being in the now, you'll fight better, you perform better. When you're tense and you want to fight, want to win, you become a robot. So I'm just trying to grow as a fighter and grow as a person at the same time, and put it all together instead of just concentrating on small things, and concentrate as a whole and being a better person, a better fighter. Just growing all the time, every day. I think the Japanese call it Kaizen, but it's every day improving. Mentally, I try to read books more, I stay off my phone. It's just, and by the time I die, you want to, when you're in your deathbed, you want to think, have I done enough? Am I proud? And, you know, like a lot of people work and have jobs, and they dream and stay on Facebook and Instagram and see what other people do, but everyone can do it. Like, step out of the comfort zone and do it yourself, and be proud of what you do. Like, you might not have as much money, you might not have a nice car, but at the end of the day, it's all memories, and you don't die with coin or your money. You die with being proud, or you die I don't know. I think just step out of the box and have an open heart and train and fight, and if anything else, do what you need to be. Like, have a passion, sell pizzas. I don't know. Just follow your dreams, chase your goals, and the sky's the limit, pretty much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Chiang Mai Muay Thai.
There's different fighting styles in Thailand. So when a lot of people say, oh, I'm coming to Thailand, or I want to train Muay Thai, or even back in Australia or back in their home countries, they look at fighting Muay Thai and the styles, and people ask me, is there any advice or anything? And I'm like, have a look at what style you want to be. Like, feel who you are and how you would fight if you bumped into someone in the street and they headbutted you. So have you got a big heart? Do you want to just fight, or are you smart? Are you technical? Are you, like in Thailand, it's called Muay Khao. Muay Khao is a knee fighter. He goes forward. He takes a bit of damage on his forehead by getting elbowed and punched and kicked, but he blocks a lot. He doesn't kick, he knees and he elbows and he clinches, and he's relentless and grinds you down and grinds you down, and he's like a cheap suit. And so anyway, you have Muay Khao fighters that they're relentless, they grind, but they take less damage on their shins and they can fight more often. You have Muay Thai, it's a technical style fighter. They're not aggressive, they're on their back foot, they make you look stupid, you chase them in the fight, they lean back, they kick you. They don't have too much power, but they'll frustrate you and they'll win on points. And it's a beautiful style of watching to fight as well. I fought a lot of Muay Thai fighters, and it's frustrating, and that's not my style. Me myself, I'm a Muay mat, and it's like I like to punch hard. I like to come forward, be aggressive. I take a lot of damage. I kick, big hands, and I try and throw hard low kicks, and I bang my shins up. I get cut a lot, but I have the fire, and I want to go for the knockout, or I want to I just want to have a hard fight, because in my head, we're going to fight, so why not fight? So you should look at all the styles there are. There's more. There's more styles. You look at what styles there are, and you choose, and then you hone in on that style. Watch fights on YouTube, and you can cross them as well, but become one style of fighter, and you'll progress a lot faster. Yeah, fighting Muay Thai and bare knuckle kickboxing, it is a fight. People see it. Fans watch it as a fight. Like, wow, these two guys fighting. Some even think they don't like each other, but literally, it is sport. It is business. There's no anger behind it all. There's no. If you do put anger behind it all, you fight shit. Every day at training, we're not angry. We're disciplined. We're learning the sport. We're learning the art. It's more of an art form. It is an art form, and yeah, we go to training. We try to perfect every technique. We try to create beautiful Muay Thai. That's what we're in Thailand for, so it doesn't look scrappy like two dogs humping, pretty much. So anyway, we fight each other, and everyone wants to go to the top. So whether your teammate or your friend's on top, it's not personal. It's everyone's dream. It's everyone's goal. So you can challenge, work your way up. We all want to be in the top. So people shouldn't get offended if they get challenged, or if you have to fight your friend. It's okay. It's fine. You put that aside. You go in the ring. You have a better fight. There is and with Muay Thai, you have the training. You train hard, and then you have you taper your training down, you ease it off a little bit before the fight night, because you want to be recovered and fresh. But in that time, that's when the nerves start coming in. That's when the thoughts of the fight come in, the pressure comes in. But it is hard. Like my first 15 fights, 20 fights. Even now, I get a lot of pressure, but I'm learning to deal with it more. I'm reading books. I'm reading mind conditioning stuff that helps you remove fear, and turn it into excitement and nerves, because you feel butterflies, you feel nervous, there's a chance of getting cut, knocked out, you know, there's a chance of dying, breaking your legs. I've had close friends break their legs, like probably over 3 friends snap their legs multiple times. And yeah, there is a lot to think about, but if you stop thinking and just be present and have nothing and just think about what you've done, the hard work's done, you're fit, you rely on your skill, you rely on your conditioning, you rely on your trainer, what he's telling you, you rely on his advice in between the rounds, and just stop thinking and just be present and respond, react. You know, if you think, oh, he's got a good low kick, he elbows good, which in Thailand, like the Thai coaches, they're good, but they're not too switched on with putting fear in your head or telling you, like yesterday I was clinching and I was tired and I was pushing hard, training, and then I heard them speak in Thai, oh, he's not strong, he have no power, and I'm like, fuck man, I'm training hard, I've got power, you know, like since I'm tired, I'm making myself stronger. Like, do you want me to be fresh? But anyway, there's frustrations, ups and downs, and you just need to be strong for yourself. It's your own head, it's your own game, you're the only one in the ring, and there's a lot to get right. Your physical conditioning, your mental side, your trainer, your coach, your team. So the first 4 weeks of the training is 95% physical, 5% mental. And then you have the three days off that you taper and you're not training, you're resting, recovering, cutting weight, you're not eating. And then that flips around, you're not training, and it's 95% mental and 5% physical. And that's when you got to get your shit right if you want to fight good, because people do their head and then it's like a flight or fight response. So I'm still getting the hang of it, but I'm getting better and better each fight. I'm removing fear, turning it into excitement. I'm turning the nerves into power, to speed. And I'm just starting to love the process more, loving training when it's hard, when most people are training saying, fuck, I wish it was over. But I'm just trying to enjoy every minute of it, because we're going to be old, we're going to be dead, and we're going to have regrets, and I don't want to have any regrets. For the Thai kids here, especially being away and in more of the rural areas, it's so good to see the kids like not on their phones and like in the Western countries, and they're getting trained, they're learning, they're using their brains, and they learn so fast here. I swear it's just in their blood, in their DNA. They just whip a kick up and it's just perfect. But in Thailand here anyway, for their first couple of fights, a lot of the gyms don't even train them. They just chuck them in, they go, okay, the father brings the son usually, or if the son wants to be watching the TV and has inspiration, the father brings him to the gym, they talk to the gym owner that's close by, and they say, okay, Friday night he fights. No training, usually no training, and they just chuck him in the ring to see if he has heart. Because in Thailand, if they think, oh, no heart, no power, they won't train you. Even if he trains good and then he fights here, he's just not a fighter. So that's the way it is in Thailand anyway. Whether I think you can train hard and you can train mentality, but that's the sad realistic of Thailand. But if the kid wants it enough and he has been watching it and he does love it, he will fight hard. So anyway, as a Thai kid, he's probably around about, I don't know, 7 years old, maybe younger, 6 years old when he has his first fight, and they fight. They've got like rubber shins. They don't get injured at that age. It's hard for them to get injured, and I've heard of stories of them just, Tuesday, Wednesday, the same night they fight double, 3 times on the weekend, and they just rack their fights up. That's why they've had so many fights. When people don't believe it, it's true, because they fight so often. Anyway, once they hit, I think 17 years old is the peak of is known to be the peak of the fighting for men in Thailand. And for females, it's actually around about 13, 14 years old, because they usually go onto something else with a better career, since there's not much money in it as a female, or it's not promoted as well, unfortunately, but it is getting better. But so it's about 17-year-olds for a boy, and they're in their prime, they're strong, they're fighting in the stadiums by then. They've made a name for themselves. They're making, I think at that age they might be making over 100,000 baht a fight if they're top level. If not, they might be around about 30,000 baht, which is good money. And after that peak at 17 years old, they'll either keep fighting if they've been doing well, but they'll move into a trainer role at a gym. They'll start holding pads for just that extra monthly income of around about 8 to 12,000 baht a month to be a trainer, training twice a day. And then if it's a good gym, like the good Bangkok style hard training gyms, they don't get privates because the classes are hard. They smash their fighters, they want them to win. It's not so much like the commercial gyms where you get 2 rounds on pads and there's no relationship with trainers. But at these small Thai gyms, there's a bond, there's a family. They want you winning fights. You take the last name of the gym, usually. So it's good training. Like, you create a bond with your trainer. Like, my trainer's, I think he's 27 years old, 25 years old, but he's finished fighting maybe 6 years ago. But he's got the experience, he's holding pads now, he's teaching me what he learnt, and he's passing it on to me. He sits there, he counts my sit-ups, he counts, the pad rounds are just brutal. But he's all doing it for me. He's not doing it because it's a job. He's not getting paid that much. He could go do other work, but he still has the fire and the passion in these small gyms, and it's why we're here, and we're soaking it all up, all the knowledge, and it's tough work, but you're training so hard that the fight becomes a lot easier. You don't get as tired. You can keep going, and I've fought a lot. I'm not prepared enough, and man, it's not a good feeling. I'd rather have a good trainer in that relationship and push hard in the gym, and then fight hard, be fit, fight well, win or lose, and have my trainer be proud of me and be proud of myself. It means a lot. I love Thailand.
Stand in your way now. Try till you miss it, then just go on back around. Man, I'm feeling fucking different. I see you looking like I'm different.